Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of my podcast, Things Could Be Worse. I'm your host, baileydedrick, and today we're going to be talking all about how to have the most amazing summer ever. Was that English? I'm going to be explaining to you guys my guide to having a summer that actually meets your expectations, because I feel like so many times, especially like if you're still in school, so many times, like, summer is the most highly anticipated time of the entire year, obviously, because you're out of school, it's nice weather, there's so many fun things to do, you don't have to worry about as many responsibilities and stuff. So I feel like summer is super highly anticipated. And then it rolls around and it low-key just doesn't meet your expectations. Maybe it does, you're lucky if it does. But I feel like for me, for the last couple of years, like, summer just hasn't been hitting the same. And I've been trying to brainstorm and figure out why that is. Like, is it because I'm anticipating it to be great and then like my expectations are too high and then it like doesn't completely reach them and then I'm like let down? Or is it because I'm not making the most out of my summers? And I think after sitting down last night, planning out this entire episode and really taking into account the last couple of summers that I've had, I have figured out that it's the second reason, and I just haven't been actually like actively trying to make my summer great. I've just been expecting my summers to be good, and then like they don't really, like, they're good, but they're not anything fucking special. I'm not like overly thrilled with them. So yeah, this is my guide, Bailey's little guide on how to have a summer that you're actually happy with at the end of it and like you feel like you made the most out of it. Because I mean, I don't want to say this because then it's like real if I say it, even though it's definitely real and there's no avoiding it. This is technically my last summer as a kid. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, I'm 18, technically an adult, but like this summer before all of my friends move away and go to college and like I see them like once, twice a year and then like they come home from the summer, like, oh my God, this is my last summer with everybody. This is my last summer where like my hometown is still gonna feel like my hometown, and that's kind of terrifying. And I'm honestly so sad, but that's all the more reason to make it the most amazing summer yet. Because if this is the last one, I'm determined to make it the best, and I'm determined to make it, you know, make all these memories that I'm never gonna forget, because that's just what I want to do. So I've kind of split this episode up into like different topics, but like each topic is like a different tip, but then there's like sub tips underneath them. So the first tip that I have for you, or like the first topic, I guess, the first realization I want you to make is realize how much you can grow in one summer and make your summer like the prime opportunity for that growth to happen. What I'm trying to say is use the summer to focus on becoming your best self. You know, if you haven't been happy with the friends in your life or your habits or your personal relationships or how you treat people or just like who you are, like if you haven't been happy like with your life and who you are, use the summertime to actively make changes, because you have so much free time. I mean, you might be working, you might be playing sports, whatever, but like compared to being in school, like you have so much free time and you have so much more time to actually focus on yourself and make those changes. So yeah, my first little goal for you this summer is to start with yourself. You know, don't worry about plans and friends yet. We need to focus on making ourselves the best version of ourselves so that we can have so much fun doing different things with our friends or family and stuff like that. So set personal goals for yourself, set ambitions that you want to, you know, accomplish or work towards, like reading, walking, working out, running, journaling, picking up a new hobby, learning to cook or bake, literally anything. Like you can make this goals anything, and, you know, work towards them. And like, if you achieve them, you're going to feel great about yourself. So I really recommend setting small little goals for yourself. And then going with this, I want you guys to sit down for a day and open a notebook, open a journal, and lay out your personal pros and cons. This can be like a really difficult thing to do. If you're actually vulnerable about it, which I want you to be, because that's how you're actually going to get something out of this like little activity. Sit down, be vulnerable with yourself, be honest with yourself, and like figure out what you're really good at, and then figure out what you're really bad at when it comes to life. These can relate to, you know, your relationships and your friendships and how you approach new relationships in your life, or how motivated you are, or how hardworking you are, or how you deal with conflict, or, you know, what time you wake up and like what time you would ideally like to wake up in the morning, and like just stuff like that. Like figure out what you have been really good at in the last couple of months, and then figure out also opposingly like what you haven't been so great at, and then set goals that line up with the things you're bad at so that you can improve. You know what I mean? Like you want to actively be acknowledging the things that you need improvement on, and then actually do that, like take steps to improve. So that's like the first little tip. It's nothing like too groundbreaking. I mean, none of these really are, but like it's nothing crazy, but like you just have to realize that you aren't going to have a good summer if you aren't happy with yourself. And I know being happy with yourself is such a like hard, long journey, like it can be, but you know, little steps every day to make yourself better is in return going to make your entire summer or your entire life better, because like the more you improve yourself, the better the outcomes, the better the situations you're in. Like you will bring in more good if you're being good. Okay, topic number 2, or I guess step number 2. I don't know why I'm calling them topics. They're more like steps. But step number 2 is to create a bucket list. I have been making a bucket list every single year since probably like 4th or 5th grade. Like I've been doing these a while, not only because it's fun to check things off and to see at the end of the summer like how many things you've done and how many things you accomplish on it, and the fact that you can make it like super cute and aesthetic and then like hang it on your wall and like look at it all summer and like just, you know, whatever. Bucket lists are so good because if you're ever sitting around with your friends and you guys are stuck in that like there's nothing to do, I'm so bored, like there's nothing to do here, whatever rut, like if you're in that rut where you can't think of anything to do, turn to your bucket list and get unlimited ideas, because bucket lists should have things, you know, that you can do alone. Bucket lists should have things for you and your family, you and your friends, you and your boyfriend or your girlfriend if you have one. Like make your bucket list like have a super wide variety of things so that there's literally always something that you can look to and like do. You know what I mean? I can do an entire episode just sitting down and talking you guys through my bucket list for this summer, because my bucket list is long and I'm still adding things to it because it's not quite summer yet. But I will totally do an episode if you guys want like inspiration for your bucket list, or you just want to like hear mine. But yeah, bucket lists are so helpful. You know, you can put things as simple as like crafting outside, or like going strawberry picking, or you know, watching the sunrise or the sunset with your friends. Like it can be so simple, or it can be like, you know, go to Six Flags or go to a water park or go camping for a weekend. Like it can be like such a wide variety of things, and that's what I encourage. I don't want them all to be like crazy fucking things. Like every single thing on the list is like go to Six Flags, you know, go to fucking Disney World, go to like all these crazy things that aren't like exactly realistic for every single day activities. Do like different things and it'll be really helpful, I promise. Oh my God, I'm literally like, I just threw my phone. I keep hitting the mic. I'm just a mess today. I'm a mess. If you guys are watching visually, I have my little Stanley Cup dupe here. This is like the Simply Modern one, and it's like a lot cheaper, and I honestly like the look of it better. It looks more sleek, but I've been drinking so much fucking water since I started drinking out of this. It's a 40-ounce cup, and I fill it up like twice a day, which for me, like 80 ounces of water out of my water bottle, plus like I have glasses of water with every meal. Like I keep this in my room for the most part, and then like whenever I'm eating, I'll have like a whole glass of water on the side. So I'm drinking a fuck ton of water recently, and I don't know, I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. Okay, the next topic or step, I'm done calling these topics. They're steps. The next step number 3, is to use your time wisely. This one I kind of have like a bunch of little like steps underneath the main step, or like explanations, because this one is so important to me. I honestly think this is the most important one out of them all. So yeah, summer is for relaxing. It's for sleeping in. It's for taking time for yourself. It's for being out of school and to have fun and just, you know, live your life exactly how you want to. But it's also a really, really easy time to fall into like really negative patterns and like build super bad habits because you don't really have a lot of structure. I mean, obviously, if you have like a job and you're playing sports and stuff like that, it's a little bit easier to like stay on track and like keep a routine and stuff. But for me personally, I've never had like like a 9 to 5, like little retail job, or like worked at like I work from home, YouTube, social media, podcasting. That's what I do. There's no schedule, there's no structure. So I already have a hard time, like even during the school year, like managing all of that and like finding the right time to work. But then in the summertime, any ounce of routine or schedule gets completely fucking thrown out the window because every single day is so different. Like one day we'll wake up at 7 a.m. and drive 2 hours to the beach, and then we'll spend the whole day at the beach, and then I won't get home till like 8 p.m. and it's crazy. Or I'll lay in bed all day. You know, like there's so many possibilities in the summertime. But my point is here, it's super easy to sleep in all day or just like stay in bed on your phone literally all day, watching Netflix, watching YouTube, scrolling on TikTok. It's really easy to do that. Like that is probably the easiest thing to do when you have nothing to do. But if you're trying to have a good summer, I hate to break it to you, you can't be doing that. At least not every single day. You know what I mean? You can't necessarily expect yourself to have like the most amazing summer if you're laying in bed every single day till like 1 p.m. Like that's just not going to happen. So I encourage you to wake up early-ish. Me telling you guys to wake up early is fucking funny because if you know me, you've seen my YouTube videos, you've heard me talk. I don't even know if I've really talked about it on here much, but I am not a fucking morning person. I am the nightliest of night owls. That's not a thing. I will stay up till 4 a.m., sleep till 2 p.m., no issue. Like I don't know what it is about me. I have never, ever, ever been able to wake up early. I think it's because my parents never gave me a bedtime. But whatever, we are too far past the point of no return, low key. Like I don't see myself being able to like actually become a morning person, but every single day I'm trying to work towards it. We're trying our best here. I'm not doing very well, but we're trying our best. Today I woke up at 8 a.m., which is really good for me. So everybody, I know, give me a round of applause. Sorry if I'm sniffling. I've literally been sick for like a month. And it's like spring, so it's not making sense. Maybe it's allergies. It's probably allergies. Because like I don't feel it. I need to blow my nose so bad. I'm like literally, ugh. There's like snot in the back of my throat. Sorry. Yeah, it's probably allergies because like I don't feel like a sore throat or like a cough or anything. It's literally just like I'm stuffy and sniffly. So it's probably allergies, right? Make a diagnosis. So yeah, wake up early-ish. There's the key word ish. 8, 9, 10 a.m. I don't recommend sleeping past 10 a.m. If that's who you want to be, then fucking do it. But like, I just don't think that like you're going to have a great summer if you sleep till noon every day. And I've definitely like the last couple of summers, I've fallen into this like really bad because my sleep schedule gets so messed up during the summer. And like, there's just no way I'm waking up early, or at least that's what I tell myself. And I'm really, really, really going to try to wake up every single morning at a decent time and work out this summer so that I like get up, get out of the house right away, do something productive. And then whatever the rest of the day has in store for me, then I can go do those things. But I'm really going to try to wake up earlier this summer than I have the past couple of years because I feel like I wasted so many like days. I wasted so many like peak tanning hours, peak sun, peak warmth. Like I wasted so much of like the beautiful summer days just like inside on my phone, laying in bed, sleeping, whatever. When you wake up, your days feel so much longer. Like it's 12:46 right now when I'm recording this. I said I woke up at 8 a.m. today. The last couple of days, I've been waking up or getting out of bed at like 10:30, and I would, or not even 10:30, maybe even later. Like I'd wake up at like 10:30, and then I would lay in bed till like 11:30. I wouldn't get to the gym till like 12:30, right? It's literally 12:47 right now, and I already went to the gym. I came home, I showered, I did my makeup, I'm ready for my day, I'm recording a podcast. It's just like you have so much more time, and like your day feels so much longer when you wake up just like an hour or two earlier. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Okay, the next thing kind of goes with that last one. It's just like get your things done in the morning. Like I was just talking about, working out, reading, chores, cleaning. This is so that, you get up and you're productive right away. But then also like if things come up later in the day, like your friends want to go to the pool or the lake or the beach or whatever the fuck you guys do in the summertime. If something comes up during the day, like when those things come up, you aren't stressed out like, oh my God, shit, like I low-key have stuff to do. Like I really shouldn't, like not do these things, but like I really want to go enjoy these summer activities that my friends are doing. And doing those things in the morning and getting them out of the way before like the plans really start is really, really important. And I'm going to be very cautious of like editing in the mornings, or at least like most of the like I'm really going to try to get my work done early morning. Like I said, not early morning, but like before midday. Next thing is, if your friends aren't making plans, like you feel like, oh my God, like my friends are so boring. They never want to do anything. They're never coming up with fun ideas that everybody on TikTok is doing. Like they're just so boring. There's nothing to do. Like if you're ever in that, be the friend to make the plans. Be the friend to take that responsibility and, I'm going to burp. Oh my God. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah, be the one to reach out and like put ideas out there, because I feel like sometimes people just like don't want like I don't know what it is about people, or like why they aren't like ambitious to like do fun things, because I'm completely the opposite. Like I'm always trying to figure out what tomorrow's plan is and during the summer, because like I always want to be doing something in the summer, and I feel like that's so fun. Like that's how you're gonna make the most out of your time. But it's really hard like if your friends like just don't want to do anything or aren't like making an effort to like make plans. So that's why I say be the one to reach out with ideas. Again, these things could be on your bucket list, like going to local lakes, beaches, amusement parks, fun craft ideas to do outside, pool days, tanning, cookouts, fires, etc. And then also I do want to say, for everybody struggling with friendships or like making friends right now, you may feel like super scared or like worried or kind of like dreading summer, because you're worried you're going to be like lonely, and you're worried you're not going to ever have people to like do fun things with, or, you know, have like fun experiences with. I know friendships can be very hard to navigate when you're young, and, you know, people are complicated, especially girls. Like, oh my God, young girls, teenage girls are crazy. I mean, I feel like girls are kind of always the way that they are. I mean, most girls. I kind of like pride myself. I don't want to be like, oh my God, I'm so different. Like I'm not one of the girls. I'm not like the other girls. But like I really pride myself on being like level-headed and like not petty and like not dramatic when it comes to friendships, because to me it's not worth it. Like I want to have amazing friendships, so why am I gonna like put my friends in any position to be like petty with me or be petty with them? So it's like, I get it. Friendships with girls can be so hard to navigate, or not even just girls, but friendships with anybody can be hard to navigate, especially when you're young and things are changing and people are only worried about like being cool or like having some sort of status or like popularity or like whatever, just like looking cool and like people liking them. So friendships are hard. But my biggest piece of advice for people feeling this way is to reach out to anyone, you guys. I don't care who they are. People from your classes, friends that you already have, or friends that you haven't talked to in years. Maybe you had like a friend in 6th grade and like you guys went to like different middle schools and like y'all don't hang out anymore, but like then nothing really bad happened. You guys just like got distance because of like your circumstances. Reach out to them. Literally reach out to whoever, because like you could have a potential, or you could have potential for like an amazing new friendship for the summertime. You know what I mean? Get people Snapchats, start Snapchatting them, and then eventually be the one to be like, hey, do you maybe want to like go hang out somewhere sometime? So there's a quote that I heard 2 summers ago, and it honestly changed my life. This sounds so fucking dramatic. Like, oh my God, it changed my life. But it did in a way, because I gained a new really good friend that I can relate to. And, you know, I gained a really good friend out of it, like hearing this quote. And it was in a situation where I could have either made a new friend, or I could have walked past her and then never, ever, ever spoken to her. Maybe our paths would have crossed in the future if it was meant to be, if we were meant to be friends. But like, it was in one of those situations. Should I just tell the fucking story? It's literally me meeting Sadie Crowell. Like, it's how we met and like how I took the initiative to like talk to her because I wanted to be friends with her. I've told this story on her podcast actually, so I'm gonna try to keep it short. I mean, most of you maybe haven't heard it. Maybe you have. I don't fucking know. But anyways, I was at my condo in Florida, and I was with my boyfriend. We were just walking around like the little resort. We had just gotten back from the beach, and we were trying to go get ice cream down in like the Village. That's what it's called. Right as we're approaching the ice cream shop, I look over on like the left side of like the little walkway, and I see Sadie's friend Rylan, who I had seen like on her YouTube channel and like in her Instagram pictures and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my God, she looks really fucking familiar. And then I was like, oh my God, wait. And then I look behind her and I see Sadie. And at this point, I'm a fucking fangirl. I love Sadie. I mean, I still love Sadie's content so fucking much. Like, she is great. I love her. She's so funny. I had been watching her YouTube videos for like at least a year at this point, and I followed her on Instagram, but we had never like had any communication. I think she had like interacted with like a few of my like posts, like she had liked a few of my posts, and we had never DM'd. We didn't have each other's numbers. We didn't have each other added on Snapchat. Basically nothing. You know what I mean? Nothing. And I see her and I was like, oh my God, that's Sadie. And I was with my boyfriend and he was like, who the fuck is that? And I was like, it's a YouTuber that I watch. Like, trust me, she's super cool. And then I like walk over to her and I like introduce myself. But me being like a little bitch, I've never been in a situation like this. I have never like had some sort of like fangirling moment. But I think it's because I was like so caught off guard. And like at this point, like I really hadn't met like a lot of other like YouTubers or like people. So I was just like super caught off guard and I like low-key kind of fangirled a little bit. I went up to her and I introduced myself, but then that was that. Like we just talked for a second and then we like split. And I was like, okay, well, what the fuck? Like that's not how I wanted that to go. Like I wanted to like gain something out of that other than just like a conversation, because like I could tell by like online, like her presence online, that we would be like really good friends. So I was like, Leah, we need to go back up to the room. I know exactly where she's going because like she might have mentioned it, or I just like assumed because like there's only like one really like fun place to go at night in that resort, and like I just like they looked like they were going there. So I was like, Leah, we need to go back up to the room, we need to change, and we're gonna go to this fucking bar. So we went down to the bar and then I like introduced myself more like formally and like told her that I also do social media and stuff, and she was like kind of took me like a little more serious. Like, I don't mean this in like a bad way, but like if you just like talk to a fan, like she just thought I was a fan, where like I was really trying to be like, okay, bitch, like we do the same shit and like we could be really good friends. Like that's what I was trying to like get at, but like I didn't get at that the first time. So I was like, I need a redemption. So my mom came with us to the bar and like my mom was dancing with her by the end of the night, and then we became friends after that, and I miss her so much. I need to see her soon. But that's my little story on how like, oh wait, I didn't even tell you guys what the quote was. I'm an idiot. Okay, the quote is, sometimes all you need is 20 seconds of insane courage, 20 seconds of embarrassing bravery, and I promise you something great will come out of it. I was debating just like walking past her and not saying anything because I really didn't want to come across as like a fangirl, like because like I don't know, I didn't want to. So I was like really debating for a second in my head, and I was like, okay, this 20-second conversation could actually lead to us becoming friends or like, you know, something bigger. So I did it, and it did, because now I have a new friend. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's all I'm trying to get at. Reach out to people, you know, be brave, be courageous, and even if it feels uncomfortable or embarrassing, just like reach out to people and like try to make new friends. Like be the one to step up and like introduce yourself to people, or like start snapping people or invite people to stuff, because that's ultimately how you're going to make new friends. Like new friends don't just like stumble into your life. I mean, sometimes they do, and that's really fortunate, but sometimes they don't, and you need to like actively actually try to make friends. So that's something I definitely recommend doing this summer, especially if you're struggling with your current friendships, or you feel like you don't really have a lot of friends or like any friends. Definitely reach out. Okay, topic number 4 is to romanticize the absolute fuck out of your summer. Out of the whole summer. Romanticize every single fucking detail. I can do an entire more detailed episode on literally just romanticizing your life and romanticizing specifically your summer, because if you like actively try, I keep saying actively, I feel like it's a good word. No? I don't know. If you like actually like make an effort to romanticize things and make things that are mundane feel so special and magical, your life like significantly increases, at least me personally. So yeah, if you want like a whole episode, I will totally do one that's like more detailed and like more in depth, I guess, more like the actual foundation to romanticizing your life. But I do have like a few little things that you can do that just like help make life a little bit more fun. But yeah, the actual episode that I would do would be more like, you know, fundamental, like big things, like big changes, big like outlooks that you can change, where these are just like little things that, you know, I've implemented in my life, and I've seen a positive impact from them. So number 1 is to pursue new hobbies alone and find peace in them. I personally love doing art outside for some reason during the summertime. I'm not good at art. Like, both of my brothers, so blessed artistically. They're both like really good at art and just like drawing, painting. My oldest brother's really good at like music. Like, he like makes like beats, and like he can play the guitar and play the piano and all this fucking cool shit, and I can't do any of it. Like, I literally can't even make my mom a Mother's Day card that doesn't look like fucking shit, like a 3-year-old made it. But I do my best, and just because you're bad at something doesn't mean you can't do it. That's what I've kind of learned. Like, when I was younger and I was like trying to become a painter, or like trying to become an artist, or like I wanted to draw, I sucked at it, and I got so discouraged because I was like, well, I can't fucking like do this if I'm bad at it. Like, nobody wants to see this piece of shit thing that I painted. But then you realize, oh, just because it looks like shit doesn't mean I didn't have fun doing it. It's like that quote. I am busting out the Pinterest quotes today. Yes, I am. I'm busting them out. It's like, it's not about the, what is it fucking called? Oh, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It doesn't matter what your painting looks like at the end of it, as long as you had fun doing it. You know, you put on some music, you painted, you had like a fun little like drink in your hand. I'm not saying like alcoholic. I personally would like, you know, just like make yourself like a little smoothie, or like a little like fun refresher type of drink. Like, you just make it for fun, and then you sit outside and you paint, or you draw, or you crochet, or you knit, or you read, or, you know, you start sculpting shit with clay, like literally anything. Ooh, one thing I do want to start doing this summer is beading. Like, have you seen those TikToks of girls making like cute ass like bracelets, necklaces, earrings out of like little tiny beads, and then like the beads form and they make like cute little flowers and shit? I need to start doing that. That's my hobby for this summer that I think I'm gonna get good at. But most of my hobbies last about 2 weeks and then I forget about them. But I feel like that's really standard. I haven't found anything that I'm like super passionate about that like makes me happy for more than 2 weeks. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can do something and then have it make you happy for 2 weeks and then quit and move on to something else. You know, just find little things that make you happy and put you at peace, because this is one of my favorite things to do to like romanticize my life. Like, literally just go paint outside, because it feels special, even though like it's really mundane. It kind of feels like you're in like a movie, especially if you're like painting during like the sunrise or like the sunset. I don't know. Yeah, you get my point though, right? Okay, number 2 is buy yourself flowers. This seems fucking stupid, and if you're like a guy listening to this, you're gonna be like, what the actual fuck is wrong with you? But I promise you, once I started buying myself flowers, like, yeah, I have a boyfriend and he gets me flowers from time to time, but it doesn't hit the same. Like, for some reason, like, I love getting flowers. Leo, if you're listening, you're not, but give me more flowers, okay? Give me them all the time. I love flowers. Like, I love receiving flowers, but there's something about the act of buying them for yourself. It just makes you feel like a bad fucking bitch. Like, yeah, I can buy my own fucking flowers. Like Miley Cyrus, I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand. You know, like, just do it yourself. Don't fucking wait for some fucking stupid dingleberry. Oh shit. Don't wait for some stupid boy to buy you flowers. You don't need a boyfriend to buy you flowers. You don't need a girlfriend to buy you flowers. You don't need shit, bitch. You need yourself. And $9 at the grocery store, and you have a cute bouquet on your dresser at all times. I used to think flowers were stupid. I was like, you're gonna spend money on something that's gonna last you a week and a half and then die. But then I realized how much happier I am in my room when there's just, oh my god. I promise you I don't burp this much in regular life. I think it's because I'm talking so much. I think it like pushes air into my lung or my stomach, and then like I burp. But yeah, I never realized how much I liked flowers until like I just started having them in my room like a lot of the time. And then like they just make me happy. Like, whenever I look at them, they're so pretty. They smell good. There's so many different kinds. So yeah, buy yourself some flowers from time to time. Even if you like think it's not going to do anything, like, you'd be surprised. Like, just having some flowers on your little bedside table on your nightstand. it just like makes things feel more special. Number 3 is make new recipes / try new foods. I feel like a lot of times, like at least for me, I get stuck in the rut of like eating the same things every single day. Like I'll eat the same breakfast every day, then the same lunch, and then the same dinner. Or it's like a combination of like 3 things. Like I either have this, or this for dinner every single night. So I feel like I get in a rut and it kind of makes life feel boring because it's like I'm eating the same fucking thing every day. I'm sick of it. Like it's boring. So actively, there that fucking word is again, just try to like try new foods, make new recipes, try new salad recipes, try new soup smoothie recipes, like not soup smoothies, but like soup smoothie, like whatever. Try new foods, maybe try a few exotic fruits this summer that you've never tried before. Go to the grocery store and buy that shit that you always walk past and wonder, what is that? Because I have a few like that and I would love to try them this summer. Just like try new things, make new things. And like that can just like spice up your life a little bit, and it like makes like, I don't know, something about cooking is like romanticizing my life a little bit. Like whenever I'm cooking a nice meal where like I sit down and I actually try to follow like a new recipe, it feels good. Like it feels fun. So do that. Number 4 is listen to happy music all of the time. Literally constantly. When you wake up in the morning, turn your fucking music on, start blasting that shit, and don't stop all day. Happy music only. Obviously, if you get sad one night and you're like, oh, I want to put on some fucking Louis Capaldi, I get it. We all need a nice cry sometimes to some sad music. But for the most part, bitch, I want you blasting country. If you don't like country, fuck off. But country, like summer, like nostalgic music, like 2000s music, like Noah Kahn type of music, just like vibey music. Like you need some vibey music. Whatever music makes you happy, play that, okay? Play that and play it every single day at all seconds of the day, every minute, okay? Pop that earpod when am I like a parent? It's like, oh my God, you left your earpods. Bitch, those are called AirPods. Why do all parents say that? Just mine? I don't know. Headphones, speaker, bring your fucking speaker everywhere. Just blast music. I promise you, it makes you feel like you're living in a movie, and music boosts your serotonin, which increases your happiness. So there we go. Number 5 is take lots of pictures and videos, but not in a quote unquote living out of the moment type of way. So what I mean by this, don't take like stage photos. Obviously, if you want to like take an Instagram photo that's staged, whatever. But I just mean take candids of like your friends and have people take candids of you, like just like be like, just like snap pictures of like the actual moment so that your memory is like, I heard Emma Chamberlain talk about this on her podcast. She like talks about like, why do we feel so obligated to take pictures and videos of everything? And then she went in to say it's like the fear of people forgetting memories or like forgetting these moments in our life. And I feel like that's so true. Like I feel like now that we have the capability of like remembering everything through like pictures, it's really scary being like, oh my God, well, if I don't get a picture of this, I might forget it. And I know that's like daunting, but like it really shouldn't be that way. But also like I get that that's where our life is at. So instead of like, having your friends like all pose together and take a picture when you guys are at the beach, like just take pictures of you guys just like living in the moment at the beach. Take a cute little video, and then at the end of the summer, put it all together, and you're literally going to have like a coming of age, like summer rom-com movie out of your friends and like out of the things that you were doing. So I just recommend like candid type photos. And what helps with this is getting a digital camera. I know they can be expensive, but I recommend trying to go on like Poshmark or Depop, or asking like your mom or dad if they have like an old digital camera, because I know so many people's parents still have their digital cameras and they still work perfectly fine. Like you almost want that like old look to it. Like you want the digital camera look, at least like me, my little fucking fake ass vintage aesthetic ass, like, you know what I mean? Like you want the vibe, you want the digital camera film type of looking vibe. So find a digital camera or not, you can do this on your phone too. But just like, I like taking pictures on like digital cameras because I think it's more fun. And then like at the end of the summer, you can keep that memory card in your camera all summer, like get a brand new memory. I'm going so far into this, but I'm just like brainstorming for myself. Get a brand new fresh memory card that has nothing on it, pop it in that digital camera, and do not take it out till the end of summer. Like don't look at any of the pictures. I mean, you can look at them on the camera, and if there's one that's really fucking cute and you want to post, then you can like transfer to your laptop. But like keep that memory card in there all summer and try to take it with you everywhere, because at the end of the summer, it's going to be so much cooler looking at that for like your memories that you wanted to capture instead of looking at like your Snapchat memories. You know what I mean? Like there's something about it that feels more special. It feels more like romanticized. I don't know. You know what I mean? Number 6 is deliberately look for the quote unquote little things everywhere. Be observant and try to find quote unquote the good. And you will see it everywhere. So this kind of just means like start having like an optimistic mindset. Stop being so negative, start being positive, and start, looking for good things. Look at interactions between strangers, look at flowers, look at little graffiti messages, look for, literally anything that is a sign that somebody is having a good time, or that somebody else is happy, or that somebody else is like loving life. I feel like so many times we get so caught up in our own lives, in our own head, in our own mess, in our own fucking feelings, that everything can feel like it revolves around us. And I don't mean this in like oh my God, you only care about yourself, but like I feel like for a lot of us, like, yeah, our own shit going on is like the most important thing, and we can get so consumed with it. But I feel like kind of stepping out of your own fucking problems sometimes and actually just being like, okay, just because I'm experiencing some negative feelings right now, just because I'm kind of going through it, doesn't mean there isn't like beautiful, amazing, positive things happening all around me. So I feel like just like removing yourself from your mindset and almost having like an out of body experience, like living not in your body for a sec and just like observing everything, like observing yourself, and then observing like the people you walk past, and observing the people in the grocery store, and observing old people, an old couple out to breakfast in the morning after church. Like there's so much like cute shit everywhere, like cute interactions and just like happy shit. I'm like fucking happy fucking shit. Oh my God, it's so fucking happy. Shut up, bitch. My headphones are like falling off. I said I wasn't gonna wear these again, but I kind of like it. Once I got used to it, I kind of like hearing myself talk. Wait, let me take them off for a little bit, and then we're gonna see what I like better. Oh, I definitely like the headphones better. Also, my head feels like warmer. It feels like my head is getting a hug when I have them on. But yeah, just look for little things that make you happy or that make other people happy, and then you can get happy through their happiness. You know what I mean? Catch their vibe. That's actually everything that I fucking wrote down. For some reason, I thought that was going to be a lot longer than it was. I'm going to talk a little bit about my life right now. I plan on doing... Okay, wait, I'm putting the headphones back on. I like them better. My headphones are back on. I was just checking my phone because me and my mom have plans, and I wanted to see if she had texted me because I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so it's not like buzzing all episode. But yeah, I just want to talk about my life for a little bit, and I definitely plan on doing like more summer related episodes as summer approaches and like is actually here. So let me know. Go follow the Things Could Be Worse what is it called? It's called Things Could Be Worse Pod on Instagram and TikTok. Go follow the Instagram and DM me any like summer episode ideas, or I'll put a thing on my story and then I'll like save it to, what is it called? Like the highlights. I'll save it to my Interact highlight, so you guys can go to the Interact highlight, skip all the way to the end, and then there will be like a summer episode ideas page, and you guys can give me your input because I really want to like be able to help you through the summer. I know summer can like be the best time ever, but then there's also a lot of like shitty things that come with summer, such as like swimsuit season, like it's fucking bikini season and like you hate the way that you look, or you know, the friendship problems, like you feel like you don't have anyone and you're scared you're gonna be lonely. Like I feel like there's a lot of like negative things that I could maybe give you advice and like help you guys on, and then also just like the positive things, like, you know, how to have a hot girl summer glow up tips, like literally anything that you want, I'm here and I will bring it to you. Also, let me know if you want a summer bucket list. If you're listening on Spotify or on YouTube, you can either leave me a comment on the YouTube video or scroll down on the Spotify, and there's like interaction things now. You can do like Q&As or like polls, and I'll leave a Q&A and you guys can let me know if you want, or I'll leave a poll if you guys want a summer bucket list episode. But yeah, I don't even know what's going on right now in my life. It is currently a Tuesday and this episode is going up tomorrow. The rest of the week I don't really have anything. I'm just filming a YouTube video on tomorrow, I think, and then I have another podcast I want to film on Thursday. This weekend I haven't really heard of anything fun, but then on, what day is it? It's the 9th. My brother's birthday is this weekend, but he's not coming home because he's moving actually back here in 10 days. I'm so excited. So he's moving back here. So he's staying at his, college house, for his birthday, since it's his last birthday there. But yeah, I don't really have too much happening this month until graduation, which is, I think, the 24th. I officially graduate. Senior skip day is the 19th, and I plan on filming that. I mean, I think a bunch of people are going to, actually, I don't want to say where we're going because I don't want you to follow me there. I don't know exactly what me and my friends are doing, but I'll vlog it because I think it'll be a fun vlog, and that will be on my YouTube channel. And then I'm going to be vlogging my graduation and everything like that. Sorry, my camera stopped recording. Obviously, it happens every episode. But yeah, there honestly isn't much going on in my life at this current moment, and I'm honestly glad about it. I'm so relieved. I feel very at peace and relaxed, being able to kind of follow my routine, my normal routine, and get my work done on time and stuff like that. If you guys have been catching up with my YouTube or the recent episodes, you would know that April was so busy for me. I went on multiple trips. I had prom, April was just going. And now May is just very laid back and chill until graduation. And then after graduation, summer starts, and then it's grad parties and, hopefully full fun days filled with so many fun things. But yeah, this month is kind of chill, and I'm honestly, I'm loving it. I've been working out again consistently, and I'm proud of myself for that, because after Cabo, before Cabo, I was working out really consistently 4 times a week, and then I went to Cabo, and then obviously I was not working out in Cabo because I was blacking out every day, all day, every day. And then I got home and I had a week between that and going to New York. I feel I've said this exact sentence so many fucking times, but yeah, I just didn't work out really the entire month of April, except for when I first got home, or right. I don't know. You don't fucking care, but moral of this story is that I've been working out consistently again, and I've been proud of myself. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go just because I really don't have too many life updates for you guys. I'm going over to my mom's house right now to eat lunch with her, and then we're going to make a few returns. She has a return she has to make, and I have a return I have to make, and then we're going to go to Hobby Lobby and start kind of browsing around for graduation party stuff, little centerpiece stuff, and little platters and different chalkboards and bullshit that you buy for grad parties. I don't know. But we're gonna do that. Me and my best friend Ryan are having a grad party together, and it's at my house. It's gonna be super fun, I hope. And I am not super excited to plan it. I'm not excited to actually do all of it, but I think the outcome will be really fun. So yeah, I'm about to pee myself, and I'm getting really hungry, and I know my mom's waiting for me, so I'm gonna go. Thank you guys so much for listening. I love you all so much. I seriously, at first, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, when I was so for 2 years I wanted to make this podcast, right? Leading up to it, I wanted to do this shit for 2 years, and I was I'm just gonna wait till I'm 18 so I can tell more fun stories and just be graduated, have more time on my hands. Because if I was still in school, I actually don't know how I would be doing YouTube and the podcast, because it just takes up a lot of fucking time. Whether you want to believe that or not, whatever I do, all my work takes up a lot of time. No. Okay, of course my fucking camera died right as I was closing off the episode. I should have just closed it off when I was about to, but I didn't. I was trying to explain that the work that I do takes a lot of time, and I was anticipating the podcast. What was I even saying? Oh, I would not be able to do this if I was in school still. But with that being said, I was trying to do the podcast for so long, and I was so excited about it for so long. And then I'm not even gonna lie, the first couple of episodes were really, really hard for me. And it's because I was overthinking them. I was definitely trying to structure it a little bit too much. I didn't know how you're supposed to write outlines for a podcast. I didn't know how to do any of it. So I was kind of just learning as I go. And I'm still learning, obviously. I am nowhere near my potential for this podcast, but I was just not very pleased with how I was doing them and like how they were turning out and like the stuff that I was talking about. And I feel like lately, like the last couple, I've just been like really going with the flow and like really just like actually just like letting myself speak, like not like reading off of a fucking script. Like obviously I have like bullet points and like I wrote out this entire episode, but like then I go off and I talk about things that like weren't on the script. Like, you know what I mean? So I've really been enjoying it more recently, and I just like being able to talk. Like I realized that, you know, the only way that this podcast is going to work and like actually last for me personally is if I talk about things that I genuinely care about, and like things like I just like talk, because this is like therapy and it can't be too structured, because first of all, nobody wants to listen to a podcast that's like super structured unless they're going to like listen to like a science podcast or like something like where you're trying to like learn, where this is not learning. This is not, you should not be listening to this if you want to learn anything. But yeah, I'm loving the podcast recently, just being able to like actually just like talk like freely and feel less pressure and go with the flow. So yeah, I love you guys. Go follow the social medias, Things Could Be Worse pod on IG and TikTok. Rate and review the pod on Spotify and Apple. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. I love you so much.